Alright, hello guys and welcome. This is Bart13T Casting. I'm doing my camera work as well again. This is the GR 5th tournament right now, and this is a quarter-final game. We have LAO versus 815. And before I get into picks and bans, 815 beat Fnatic on their way up the bracket here, and now they're going to be going off against LAO, who beat DY on their way up at the bracket. So it's definitely going to be an interesting game, and it will definitely pose a threat to whoever moves on in this round. Let's just get into the bans and picks real quick. LAO banning Ophelia and Kronos right now, and 815 banning Zephyr and Demented Shaman. Okay, so Ophelia is taken out of the game. She's a strong pusher. She's got a lot of damage. She can do quite a bit of burst early on with all of her creeps, and she does have that ability to just tear through towers early on. Zephyr and Kronos, two major carries. Zephyr is more or less of a tank kind of carry. So it isn't really a surprise that he is taken out of the game. He's a little bit imba at the moment, not crazy. Kronos as well has a huge crowd control with his ultimate. Demented Shaman, a strong anti-pusher, and Accursed, a very nice support hero as well, shield and heal, and he's basically got 2 lives. And we see the first pick from 815 right now. It is Plague Rider. So excuse me. So that is a lot of AoE and nuke power, as well as what I consider to be a very strong babysitter. Plague Rider just has the ability to take one creep out, and that does and give himself mana, and that more than just gives him mana, it also takes away XP from the people who are laning against him, allows him to spam his nuke on who's ever in his lane. It just tears through lanes early on, and it makes a strong lane. People to combo with him are like Swiftblade, Corrupted Disciple, not really, but anyone who can do a lot of burst damage basically early on is a very nice combination with Plague Rider. And the good thing about him is he is very useful when it comes mid to late game with his ultimate. And now LAO getting their first 2 picks off. We got Blacksmith and Slither. So Slither, a very strong pusher. He's got his wards, he's got his slow, he's got his ultimate. His ultimate tears through int heroes, which we see right now. Vindicator and Plague Rider, 2 int heroes for the Hellborn. Blacksmith, he's got the magic armor reduction, he's got the stun, 4x, 3x, 2x multicasts. He can do a lot of damage, and I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see Blacksmith and Slither in a lane together. We got Blacksmith to kind of just take out the magic armor. Slither sprays, does extra damage right there. A very nice lane right there. And back over to 815 here, we got Pestilence and Vindicator. Vindicator looks like it's just going to be a babysitter. I don't know if it's going to be for Pestilence or for someone later on, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see Plague Rider Pesty in a lane, which is a nasty lane because Plague Rider nukes. He has a very low cooldown on his nuke. Pestilence can run in and stun. When it comes time, maybe get a bash off or 2, and then his stun will be back up, so you'll have a lot of power up there. They'll be in the top lane most likely, so they can chase down the Legion players and get some easy kills. And now back over to LAO here, we got Magebane and Nymphora. Nymphora, a very strong babysitter. She's got the stun, she's got the heal, and can constantly keep up mana pools. She's got the teleport as well. But Magebane is a very strong carry. That's what they're going to be looking to use as their DPS when it comes time later on in the game. And even early game, he does a lot of damage. And to me, I think he's a very good counter for Scout. Because if he just beats him down and drains all of his mana, Scout won't be able to have that extra mobility that he gets from his invisibility. And the movement speed that brings as well. Back over to 815, we got their last 2 picks, Scout and Defiler. So I'm guessing we're going to see Defiler mid, looking to get an easy tower early on, and then Scout is going to be their big carry. So Scout and Vindicator maybe bottom, or maybe no, I really don't know. Well, we'll see how they play their lanes, but they have a lot of power on their team, a lot of AoE power. You got Defiler's ultimate, Plague Rider's ultimate, Pestilence has got a crowd control stun, Vindicator, Sage's lore, and the silence, and then you have Scout to just come in and kind of clean up. And the last pick for LAO is Corrupted Disciple, who's a very strong semi-carry. He's got a lot of burst damage early on. He can suck the damage right out of Scout and Pestilence later game. So he is a very good hero to kind of incorporate into that lineup there. And that will also stack on top of Blacksmith's magic armor reduction, as most of CD's spells do a lot of magic damage. But we're going to get you some lane distribution here in a minute. Let's see who we get. Okay, so we got Slither on wards. I'm guessing Nymphora's got chicken. And she goes straight for the winged courier there. And it looks like they might macro that to, or micro that to get an easy rune sight. We got Pestilence heading bottom right now. Plagueguard just got wards, and Vindicator already upgrading to a Winged Courier as well. And both of these teams are utilizing their Winged Couriers very early on in the game. That's a little bit of a downfall, though, for Vindicator, because he will only have 2 mana potions, so he's not going to be able to spam his Sage's Lore, but they do have the Winged Courier, so it'll be a little bit more of an advantage. And now we see Scout placing his first ward, and I'm guessing that's why we're going to see the micro on the Courier. Oh, it's down bottom. But I was assuming that they were going to use the microed Courier all the way down there to scout that ward and kind of take it down. We got 3 Legion up top on that top rune and 3 Hellborn down bottom. We have Nymphora just kind of sitting in the forest. Okay, so it looks like they're going to look to counter ward this creep spawn here and just keep them away. We got an illusion rune for CD up top there, and they're doing the same thing on both sides, using the Winged Courier to counter ward instantaneously. As we see Slither making his way up there, he's going to throw the ward down. It's going to get countered early on. And they didn't snag that electric eye, so they will be able to see... Okay, no, they did snag the electric eye. There's the silence. They know the ward's there, so Scout will probably make his way over there and take that away when it comes time. So we got Defiler versus CD mid. We've got Scout Vindicator against Blacksmith Slither up top. And then down bottom we have Pestilence and Plague Rider versus Magebane and Nymphora bottom. Let me see if I can get you some lane analysis right now. I'm going to have to give Defiler this lane. She's got the long-range nuke, and she won't really need to run in there, and that'll keep CD off of her and won't allow him to really kind of use his Electric Tide for what he's hoping to use it for. Up top, though, I'm going to have to give the lane to Slither and Blacksmith. They do have a double slow stun lane with the magic armor reduction, so they have a lot of damage up there against the Sage's Lore and some auto attacks, so that's definitely going to be in their favor. And down bottom, I'm going to give that to Plague Rider Pestilence. They got the slow, they got the stuns, they got the nukes. As you see it used there, Magebane already down half HP. Nymphora nowhere to be seen here. As she just moves into lane, she is 1 level back already. The game is definitely going to be defined, though, by the Magebane and the Scout. If those two can get farmed, it's going to be a good game. Or it depends really who gets farmed. But we got Slither shooting his first poison spray there on Scout. And that did take out the creep wave for the most part there, but it looks like they're going to creep pull that again. Scout getting some easy farm up top there. He is level 2 now. Indicator level 2 as well. I don't really know where the first blood will be coming from, though. I would say maybe Plague Pest, because they are taking this lane back to their tower, so they will have the ability to kind of chase Nymphora down. Maybe Magebane, but Magebane's got his blink, as you guys all know, so he will be able to escape. A lot of survivability. We got CD making his way again here with another illusion rune against Defiler. And now Scout creep pulling up top. There's the first Sage's Lore there. And Slither right there making a smart move by proccing into his wards so he can kind of counter that Sage's Lore. And it won't really proc his HP away. Blacksmith really can't say the same for him, but he does have a lot of survivability items. He's got a potion, he's got 2 Runes of Blight and 2 mana potions, so he does have a lot of survivability. He can counter Slither pretty well up there. Yeah. Real quick, I want to go back to something. Well, CD picks up his bottle already, and he's really keeping Defiler off these creep waves. Unfortunately, Defiler looks like she's getting ready to clean up some creep kills there. Maybe not. But real quick, I want to go back to the Magebane and Scout comment. That if those two get farmed, that'll be defining the game. I'm gonna kind of correct myself there and also reinstate that. The correction is going to be, if you can get a Pestilence farmed, like BKB Shield Breaker, he can do a lot of damage, and with those bashes he will be able to take out a Magebane early on. They don't really have a lot of disables, but what you have to really look at is that Magebane's Blink is a spell, and you have Defiler to silence and a Vindicator global ult